Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. For this video I'm going to try to sublimate on a piece of wood. The first thing I did was I painted a white layer over the wood. I completely painted the whole thing and then I set it aside to dry. After I let it dry, I painted it with a coat of epoxy. And I set it aside and let it dry again. And while it was drying, I picked out my picture that I was going to put on the wood. I printed it out on sublimation paper with sublimation ink, sized it all up. I had it all sized up and cut out and ready to go for when the piece of wood was ready. Now this is just a oval shaped piece of wood that I got from the Dollar Tree. I picked up a lot of different things to experiment with crafts. So the Dollar Tree has so many things you can do or gather up for crafts. So this was something I found at the Dollar Tree. Here's the polyacrylic that I put over top of the white paint. So once all the white paint was dry, I put a layer of this polyacrylic on it. I used a sponge brush to make it an even layer across the whole piece of wood, cover the whole thing, set it aside, let it dry. It says that I think it dries in like 20 minutes or so, but I gave it over an hour or two. I don't remember exactly because I was doing other projects that day. But after it was all dry, I started setting up the heat press. I turned the heat press on to 385 degrees and I got it all ready to press on the sublimation paper drawing onto the piece of wood. Now don't forget, whenever you're sublimating, always tape down whatever you're sublimating onto whatever you're sublimating on. It ensures that your design doesn't slide, doesn't move, because that will cause it to not sublimate right. So I have heat transfer or heat tape that I use to tape down my designs on things, whatever I'm making. So once I get it all taped down, I set it all up to be put in the heat press. So I heat pressed it on for 385 degrees for 60 seconds. That's how long I pressed it on there for. After the 60 seconds were up, I lifted it up and I checked it out. Now one thing I am going to do for the next time around is try it a little bit lower in temperature, because this is what I was recommended for my heat press, is 385 degrees, but it kind of burnt it in a couple of spots and yellowed the paint a little bit, which I don't like. So I don't know if that was my heat press, if it was the temperature, or if it was the type of paint I was using. I'm not exactly sure. So I'm just going to use experiments, trial and error to figure out how to prevent my paint from yellowing and burning a little bit. Other than that, the sublimation went on okay. I am going to try a different method of putting sublimation on wood. I'm going to put that in the next video, or my next sublimation on wood video. So the follow-up video will be coming soon, just to let everybody know. Now after it finished pressing, I took it out of the press and the paper stuck down onto the wood. Now this is completely normal. What I had to do was grab a cloth and a bowl of water and just gently wash away the paper. It washes right off, leaving the sublimation behind. So after I got it all washed, all the paper washed off, this is the results I got. It looks very nice, other than the few things I mentioned. The yellowing of the paint I don't like. I guess it gives it an old rustic little bit of a look, but I'm going to try to reduce the heat. I'm going to try different types of paints to see if those are the issues. Maybe even trying to not press it as long. It's a trial and error thing. I'm going to get this right. And I'm also going to do a sublimation on wood using laminate paper. So we're going to give that a try and see how it turns out. So a couple videos coming for you with, we're going to practice sublimating on wood. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this, and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.